6 o'clock tonight when we had those thunderstorms that are right over us there. And if we go back a couple of more hours, back to even 4 o'clock here, you can see the storm starting to move through. So as we run this forward here, there you can see when those strong thunderstorms started to move through. By about 5:30, they were bearing down on Van Buren County and then on St. Joe County too. And that's where we started to see those tornado warnings. By the time we got to 6 o'clock, those storms were right over Kalamazoo and then also heading into Branch County and southern Calhoun County. We had another wave forming right there, as you can see, by about 7:30. That too prompting some tornado warnings for Kalamazoo County and also for Calhoun County. And now everything has moved out. And like I said, things are much quieter now. And coming in behind it, actually, we're going to be having some very mild air. The temperatures right now under cloudy skies are in the 50s and even some low 60s. Now, a lot of course, storm reports coming in throughout the evening. Meteorologist Colin Rogers with our team coverage has the report on some of that damage. Colin?
Yeah, Keith, you can really tell from our damage reports where these storms were. They stayed along and south of I-94 primarily, had one hail report up just north of Muskegon, but certainly lots of reports right now, and we'll get flooded with more as we head into the overnight hours. These reports keep coming in hour by hour, and we'll get a lot more in the coming hours. One notable one, though, was here in Portage. They didn't only get hit by one round of tornadoes, but a second round of tornadoes. Two train spotters reporting a tornado touchdown in Portage. That was at 7:18. That was the second time we had tornadoes move through Portage. Of course, they got hit around before, and we'll continue to get some more storm reports in here over the next few hours. We'll update you again at 11 p.m. and have more updates tomorrow morning. We'll also have a look at the weather to come in the coming days as well. That's all coming up in just a few. But right now, I'll pass things back over to you, Andy, Jessica.
All right, Colin, thanks so much. Well, the storm damage is causing one of West Michigan's largest school districts to close for Wednesday. Portage Public Schools announcing tonight they're canceling class for tomorrow due to the severe storms. The only other closures in West Michigan are Oakland Academy and St. Michael Lutheran School. Again, Portage Public Schools closed for tomorrow after the tornadoes tonight.
Well, not far from Autumn is another spot getting severe damage at a small strip mall near Oakland Drive and Center Avenue.
And there are several businesses in that area severely damaged tonight, some totaled. Our Princess Janae Steverson is live. So, Princess, what are you seeing at this moment?
Hello, Jessica and Andy. Well, we were here maybe about 3.5 hours ago, and although the sun is down, to put it in nice terms, it's practically a mess out here. I mean, we spoke to the owner of the strip mall earlier, and he said that this area behind me is completely damaged. I'm going to step out of the way, and we're going to walk with me and take a look at the damage. According to the strip mall owner, what you're looking at right now is about a string of 6 different stores. I mean, we've got a local barber shop. This right now, I believe, is the back of the Allstate building. We also have a Pizza Hut further down. I mean, you're looking at the complete insides of this area. You'll see there's a bathroom that has just been completely ripped from, its complete foundation. You see the wall insulation everywhere. You see just everything has been totaled. And even now you'll see there's some yellow tape that has been laid down by officials. That wasn't here when I spoke to you all a few hours ago, but this area has now been deemed unsafe. So if you're coming through this area, try not to. And if you have to, for some reason, maybe this is one of your businesses, please be careful. There's a lot of shattered glass everywhere. But right now I'm about to introduce you all to about 3 locals in the area that we spoke to as we were covering the damage of this tornado. And we spoke to the owner of the strip mall that you're looking at right now. We also spoke to a local teenager who he and his friends just decided to come out and try to help clean up some of the debris. And we also spoke to a woman about a half a mile down the road who thankfully her house was okay, but she talked about her neighbors and it's not the same story for them.
We can see everything is gone. I believe this is total demolish. So good thing is nobody hurt. We are panicked and feeling bad, but it's a natural disaster.
People are trapped in their neighborhood. Cars were trapped. We were just trying to clean those cars off and clean like neighborhood exits out so people can leave their house if they need to. Almost everyone I know's power's out, so they're setting up generators now, hopefully that the storm's all the way through. And we were talking to other homeowners, just trying to help them clean off their driveway so they can leave.
The house across my street from us, their garage is totally gone now. They're missing part of their roof. The house kitty corner from us has trees on top of it. My neighbor's house around the corner is almost completely destroyed. but our neighborhood, we're definitely gonna take a while to recover, but thank God it looks like everybody is safe and accounted for.
And that was Ruby you just heard from. And like she said, thank God everyone is okay. We've been covering this tornado and its aftermath with you all day long. And we've yet to hear anything about any deaths or injuries. And we hope that continues to be the case as a result of this tornado. Of course, we'll keep you updated on what we learn and keep track of all the aftermath here live and on our website at WWMT.com. Reporting live in Portage, Princess Janae Steverson, News Channel 3.
Princess, thanks so much. Well, several other businesses and homes are damaged in Portage after those powerful tornadoes.
Others flat out destroyed. We've got several crews around West Michigan to look at the devastation caused by this series of tornadoes. Our Autumn picture is live in Portage near Garden Lane and South Westnedge. Autumn, we know there's a lot of damage where you are. What are you seeing tonight?
Yes, there has been so much damage. This area hit very hard today. What I really want to show you here is one of the signs at a traffic light that came down, and also the sign. You can see that Garden Lane right up there has been tilted and it's coming down. That really just shows you how strong that wind really was from the storm today. Now, we've gone through several neighborhoods in the area and we have seen just some pretty crazy damage. We've seen roofs ripped off, completely ripped off these homes. You can see the inside of these homes. And we've spoken to several neighbors as well who tell us that they've had to find different places to go for the night because they've lost their power. We've seen families with young children as well, just trying to really pick up the pieces. It's so hard to find out where to go, where to even start when something happens like this. Now, we've also seen several businesses today that have been hit very hard. It's going to be hard for these businesses to recover. It's really sad. At the Gordon's Food out here, they said that some of these employees, they're not going to wake up tomorrow and have a job, which has been really hard for management and owners to be able to tell them. So that was at a Gordon's Food out here. Terrible damage. You can see cinder blocks from the roof that have come down and also windows that have been busted out. Also, across the street from them, there has been Campbell Auto Shop. They were hit terribly. They had roof taken off, they had siding off, windows busted out, all kinds of items really scattered into the street. The store owner tells me that he has owned that place for about 30 years now and he is just devastated. But what's been really great to hear about today is the community support. We've seen community co-workers that are coming out to be able to clean up and also that glass and everything that's been scattered everywhere. And I know that we'll be seeing a lot of that happen tomorrow. So I'm live for now in Portage. Autumn Pitcher, News Channel 3.
Autumn, thank you. We're tracking power outages all over West Michigan and a live look now at the Consumers Energy outage map. Some 25,000 customers offline, many thousands just south of Kalamazoo, in Portage and Texas Township down to Schoolcraft. Another large outage in Centerville, Colon, Sherwood in that area of St. Joe and Branch counties. Again, some 25,000 customers are without power. Good news that restoration estimates are sometime overnight. In fact, we've yet to see one later than 6 a.m. tomorrow.
We've received dozens of photos and videos from our viewers over the course of tonight. Here are just a few that we got of the tornado itself. So take a look here. These are views of tornadoes from the viewers in Mendon, Portage, and in Centerville. As you can see right here, the low-lying clouds, the winds are just whipping the grass, and there's the twister right there, just plowing its way through that farmer's field. This is another view right there from the distance. As you can see right here, this was taken underneath what appears to be a carport of the wind whipping again back to the farmers' fields. And as you can see right there, someone was in their vehicle and got out to take this video. We do not recommend that. Thank you for sending in this video, but please always think of your safety first.
Our team coverage continues. The Kalamazoo Battle Creek International Airport was in the direct line of fire. No damage to the terminal or air traffic control tower, but the airport is now shut down. A total ground stoppage as they assess any possible damage. The airport's expected to reopen very soon.
One of the hardest hit areas was Portage, not far from the airport, where a FedEx facility was heavily damaged. And that's where we find News Channel 3's Nate Brown tonight.
And Nate, there were people in that facility when it was hit by the winds. We're now learning everyone is safe and accounted for, thankfully.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Well, an eerie calm, an eerie peacefulness to it all here at the FedEx ground facility in Portage on Portage Road. And that's because earlier today there was anything but quiet. It was noise, it was storms, it was everything tearing through as this building, while very difficult to see at this hour of night, completely ransacked by storms rolling through the area. We'll take a look at some of the footage from earlier today. One of the biggest things to take away from it all, while this storm was rolling through and damaging both sides of the building, parking lots, the facility back behind as well, what we can confirm is that we've heard from the city of Portage. We heard from them shortly after 9 p.m. and they've confirmed that everyone is accounted for and everyone is safe. Of course, that was an update from slightly earlier in the evening from Portage Public Safety, saying that they still had one person at that time, one employee unaccounted for, but we can confirm again, everyone accounted for, everyone's safe, no casualties. Now, we also have confirmation that there was a tornado on the ground in the area around the FedEx ground facility. The possible extent and true definition of that storm yet to be determined, as is a possible rating of any tornadoes that may have actually come through and affected this facility. The National Weather Service crews, they're going to be coming out in due time to survey the area and damage before making any kind of determination. Of course, FedEx releasing a statement earlier in regards to everything that took place today, saying, quote, "Our thoughts are with those affected by the tornado in Portage, Michigan, and we are grateful that there were no serious injuries resulting from the damage to our facility. We continue to assess the damage, and we are implementing contingency plans to lessen any potential impacts on service. Customers with questions about their shipments can check FedEx.com for updates." Of course, once again, the biggest news of this all, no matter the severity of this storm, what did come through here today, what did rip through this facility, has resulted in everyone once again being accounted for and being safe, no casualties. And quite frankly, after a day like today, that's really all you can hope for. Reporting in Portage, Nate Brown, News Channel 3.
Nate, we thank you. And just east of the FedEx facility that was so damaged is Pavilion Estates in Kalamazoo, where we're also getting reports of very extensive damage.
Police in West Michigan telling us several homes in that area are damaged tonight. Carter Landis is there live. So what are you seeing at this hour, Carter?
Andy, Jessica, we actually just spoke to Kalamazoo County Sheriff Richard Fuller, and he told us there were 16 to 17 homes damaged in Pavilion Estates. Now, we got here at around 8 p.m. earlier this evening, and that was already after some of that damage had torn through the mobile home park. Let's take a look at some of that footage that we do have. There are several homes, as you can see, with significant damage. There were several first responders on scene here as well, from fire, EMS, and even there were drone specialists as well surveying the footage overhead. People in Pavilion Estates handing each other water, making sure they're doing all right despite all of the damage and the destruction. We also saw Consumers Energy. They were coming through and shutting off the gas and power. But even despite that, Fuller was also telling us that people are allowed to stay in their homes if they so choose. So that is a summary of what we have for you tonight. Fuller was also telling us that people are being bused to a shelter. We did not know yet the name of that shelter. He was not fully sure of which shelter that was going to be. He's going to let us know, and we'll let you know as soon as we find that out. He also wants it to be very clear that if you don't need to come to the area, then please stay away from the area. Let first responders do their jobs. And coming up on News Channel 3 live at 11, you'll hear from Fuller himself and Augusta Chief of Police Jeff Hepler. Live in Kalamazoo, Carter Landis, News Channel 3.
All right, Carter, thank you. This is another look at some of the damage around West Michigan tonight, and it is significant after powerful confirmed tornadoes slammed the area. We'll take a look at some other major trouble spots and your forecast coming right up next.
You're watching News Channel 3 with Andy Dominiani, Jessica Harthorn, Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson, and Andy Pepper with sports.
Hi, welcome back. We are watching West Michigan after several large and destructive, even life-threatening tornadoes touched down in West Michigan. Now, there are no reports of serious injuries or deaths, but a lot of damage, and Portage got the worst of it. Our team was on the air to keep you safe for hours tonight, and during that time, we received hundreds of photos and videos sent in by viewers. Jess?
All right, Andy, thank you. And we do thank all of you for sending in those pictures and videos. It only took a few hours for everything to happen, but as you can see here, the damage was significant. This first photo right here is of the FedEx distribution ground facility. This is in Portage, and at the time we didn't know if there were any injuries. We have been told that all employees are accounted for and nobody is hurt tonight, so that is some good news there. This picture was sent in of an uprooted tree. You can see right there, totally just ripped out of the ground. Moving on here, you can see that sidewalks are completely covered and what looks like downed trees. The top of this one completely snapped off, and you can see a gentleman right there already cleaning up all of that debris tonight. This photo was sent in, I'm assuming, after the storm passed through. You can see the beautiful rainbow that stretches all across this farmer's field. This is kind of a nice ending to what was a pretty crazy evening. And this right here is basically the crux of it all. A photo of the twister that was caught in a field. Definitely some scary videos right there. This one, my goodness, as you can see right here, these folks are out and about cleaning up, and you can see right here lots of debris. It almost looks like that this building, the structure, was just completely blown up. And of course, if you could keep sending in those pictures and photos, we definitely appreciate it all. We would love to share them here on air.
Could be a long time before that's all cleaned up. Jess, thank you. The city of Portage is working to help people impacted by these tornadoes. 2 shelters are set up now. The Salvation Army for people whose homes were damaged. One will be the First Assembly of God at 5550 Oakland Drive. The other at Radiant Church at 995 Romans. Each shelter can hold up to 100 people. Portage Mayor Patricia Randall has issued an emergency declaration to secure resources from the state and from the federal government.
It's been an active night for sure as far as our weather is concerned here in West Michigan. And we're going to start you off with a live look over Coldwater. And boy, Branch County certainly was very busy with those storms a little bit earlier. And right now, as we look live, of course, the highway's still wet, the pavement's still wet, but things are quiet otherwise. Thanks to the city of Coldwater for this view here from the Willowbrook Tower camera. And it is looking right over I-69, which is a little bit dicey earlier in the evening with some of those storms that were dancing all around. Let's talk about what's on the way for tomorrow. We start with your school day forecast, and believe it or not, as bad as the weather has been this afternoon, this evening, things are going to get much quieter overnight, and as a result, we're starting off with lots of sunshine. It's going to be comfortably cool in the mid-50s, and as we peek in at the hour-by-hour forecast, hey, no storms here. In fact, lots of sunshine and a high temperature in the lower 70s. Let's take another live look. See what it's like right now in downtown Kalamazoo. You know, we took that shot a little bit earlier this evening, and boy, did it look nasty when that hail was coming down, for example, but all is quiet right now. Live Doppler radar showing the showers and storms way off here to the east. Watching some storms, though, that are now starting to develop out here to the west. We'll keep an eye on this. It's not expected to be severe, but we're going to watch this as it moves across the lake. And of course, at 11 o'clock, I'll have a full report for you on that on News Channel 3. We're in the upper 50s and low 60s right now. Those showers and thunderstorms going away for us, partly cloudy overnight with a low of 58. And for tomorrow, in your Sealy Auto Group 7-day forecast, as you can see, we're looking at those high temperatures that are going to be in the upper 70s. We're going to be diving down into the 50s on Thursday. It's going to be cool and damp for Thursday. Back to you.
All right, Keith, thanks. More damage now. This one really hurtful to so many people. We've learned tonight that the roller rink caught fire in Sister Lakes near Dowagiac. Here are some photos from the scene at the Ramona Roller Rink and Miniature Golf Course. Officials say the fire was reported just before 6:15 tonight. Multiple fire departments were dispatched, including Sister Lakes. The roller rink says that they are most concerned about a cat inside. We are continuing to monitor that situation, and we will update you as we learn more. But as you can see here, the damage is quite extensive.
Of course, the tornadoes, the major story for tonight, but it was also Election Day in West Michigan. We take a look at some of those results when we come back.
This might have gotten lost a little bit given the weather, but it was Election Day in West Michigan. Voters considering everything from school funding issues to first responder services and open city council seats.
And despite today's severe weather, some people were still able to get out and vote before the tornadoes rolled through. How was that one?
We start off with the News Channel 3 Weather Alert Network. Severe storm coverage. News.